This is the Sakar MURLI of the 26th of September 2023. Essence. Sweet children, one drop of knowledge is to consider yourself to be a soul and to remember the Father. With this one drop, you can attain liberation and liberation in life. Question. In which effort is progress for oneself and others merged? Answer. 1. The effort to stay in remembrance. It is in this that progress for oneself and others is merged. When you children sit in remembrance, it is as though you are giving others a donation of peace. 2. Stop talking of body-conscious and worldly things and speak of spiritual things, and you will continue to make progress. You have to show to reveal the Father. To the extent that you reveal the Father and show everyone the path to peace and happiness, to that extent you will receive a reward. Song. You are the ocean of love. We thirst for one drop. Om Shanti. People have been singing this on the path of devotion. People have been praising him. Praise is of the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. Just as there are many types of praise and festivals on the path of devotion, so there is this praise too. This cannot be praise of any human being, sage or holy man. They sing, you are the ocean of knowledge. If we receive even a drop of knowledge, we will depart from here. Where will they go? To the land of liberation or liberation in life. They continue to praise him, but people don't know his praise. You know it, number-wise, according to the efforts you make. The significance of the two fathers has also been explained to you. One is your physical father, and it is called body consciousness when you remember him. A soul remembers the father who gave him a body, and he forgets his spiritual father. This is a mistake. In fact, they haven't forgotten, but the mistake they have made is saying that each soul is the Supreme Soul. They even say that they are living embodied souls. Do not distress my soul. It is the soul that is distressed. A soul receives punishment in the jail of a womb, and so he experiences sorrow while in a body. A soul feels he is receiving sorrow when he is given a vision in the physical form. It has been explained to you children, first of all practice I am a soul. When you become body conscious, you remember your relatives. This one is my paternal uncle, and this one is my maternal uncle. When you don't have a body, you don't have any relatives. This knowledge is of souls. You wouldn't call anyone the great Supreme Soul. After someone has died, the soul of that person is invoked. It wouldn't be said that the Supreme Soul of such and such a person is invoked. Under no circumstances would any human being be called the Supreme Soul, nor does the Supreme Soul enter the cycle of birth and death. The Supreme Soul is beyond birth and death. Souls continue to take rebirth. You have understood that, first of all, there are the souls of the deities. The 84 births are only remembered in Bharat. You children know that the ocean of knowledge is now sitting personally in front of you. Only the purifier is called the ocean of knowledge. Only the Father is called Ganeshwar, the God of knowledge. Ishwar, God, has the knowledge of the beginning, middle and end of the world. God alone creates the world, and this is how he has the knowledge of creation. He is called the Creator, so the world he created definitely does exist. This is why he is called that. A creator is called a father. Brothers and sisters cannot be called creators. It is always a father who is a creator. You children know that the Father is personally sitting in front of you. Someone may be sitting abroad and he would say he is far away from his Father, but he would still remember him, would he not? You too have to remember him. But when you see your Lokik relatives, you forget the Parlokik Father. And this is why Baba says, while sitting, standing and moving around, practice remembering the Father. I, the soul, am walking with this body. You have the knowledge of souls. You know that souls and the Supreme Soul remained separated for a long time. It is not said that the Supreme Souls remained separated from the Supreme Soul for a long time. It is said souls and the Supreme Soul. The Father is now sitting personally in front of you children. They say just one drop from you is enough. The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, is the Father of us souls. That is all. This is called knowledge. No one else would have the courage to say, I am the Father of all of you souls. He alone is called the ocean of knowledge and the purifier. No one else would know how to say this. The Father himself says, I am your Father. Truly that great war is just ahead. There are the Yadavs, the Kauravas and the Pandavs. Everything depends on how you explain all of this. It is difficult for anyone to understand by just looking at the pictures, unless a teacher explains them to him. Teachers explain at school, this is India and this is London. Nothing would enter anyone's intellect without an explanation. When the name is written on a map, there is just a name. So one cannot understand where it is or who rules there. Here too everything has to be understood. Nowadays there first of all has to be some splendour, so that people will come when they see that display. Very good people are needed to explain there at the exhibitions. Only children would explain that this one is Jagadamba, the one who fulfills everyone's desires. They have shown Kamandu sitting under a tree. Therefore many would come to meet her. There is Jagapita, the World Father, and so there must also be the World Mother. However, that one is called Jagadamba because the urn is given to you mothers. Jagadamba has been remembered as the main one, and then there is also her army. When you children hold exhibitions, very good children are needed to explain there. Baba has said the main thing is to give the Father's introduction. First of all, explain that there are two fathers. One is your Lokik Father, and the other is your Parlokik Father. You have been receiving inheritances from your Lokik fathers for birth after birth. Now claim the unlimited inheritance. A lot of time has gone by, a little remains. There is a huge burden of sins on your heads. Your sins can only be absolved by having yoga. This is not like going to your auntie's home. As yet, one karmic account or another still remains, and this is why you have to suffer for your past actions. It takes so much effort. If you come late, how many of your sins would you be able to have absolved? This is a difficulty, is it not? You have to beat the drums so that no one can complain later. You can say, we used to beat the drums and have it printed in the newspapers. As far as possible, everyone should receive an invitation. Make effort to claim the unlimited inheritance from the unlimited Father. Distribute lots of invitation letters. The maximum service can take place in Delhi. Delhi is the capital of the whole of Bharat. Agents of all the newspapers live there. You also have to make this announcement in the newspapers. You have been claiming your inheritance from your Lokik fathers for birth after birth. Now claim your inheritance from the Paralokik Father. Come and claim from the Father the inheritance of the paradise you have been remembering. Have it printed in all the newspapers. Bharat is the birthplace of Shiv Baba. There is only the one Father who will uplift everyone. The greatest pilgrimage place is that of the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, the Purifier. However, no one knows this. Christ, Abraham, Buddha, etc. have all been taking rebirth and are now in their final births. Christians themselves say that Christ exists here in some form. They also believe in the tree. Otherwise, where else would all of these souls come from? There are definitely sections where they come from. History will then definitely repeat. This tree is something very good, but some children value it number-wise. Children hold exhibitions to explain to other people. You don't have to have an art show. In an art gallery they have useless pictures and they call it art. They paint many different pictures of deities with slim waists. There the deities have natural beauty. At this time, even the 5 elements are tamo-pratan. In the Golden Age, the 5 elements are sato-pratan. The beautiful Sri Krishna and the ugly Sri Krishna have been remembered. There, you don't need to do anything to your bodies. Here, you have to do so many things for your bodies in order to look after them. There, even when someone becomes old, he would have all his teeth. If someone's tooth were to be broken, he would be disfigured. There, they remain absolutely first class, 16 degrees full. There are no handicapped or crippled people there. Here, just look how babies are born handicapped or crippled. You are becoming the masters of such a land of angels. The one traveller comes and takes you to the land of angels. You travellers have become impure while playing your parts here, and souls have become ugly. The Father is ever beautiful. He never has alloy mixed in him. I am real gold, and this is why people call out to me. They call out to the one who is ever pure. Baba, come. Come and make us equal to you. You would not become ever pure, but everyone does have to go into the Satipatthana stage. However, it is number-wise in that too. There are various actors in the play. Those who play the heroes and heroines receive a lot of money. Now the government makes raids on everyone's money. It is said some people's wealth will remain buried in the ground, and some people's wealth will be looted by the government. Only that which is used in the name of the Lord will be used in a worthwhile way, because the Lord has come to establish heaven. Only the wealth of those who become the Father's helpers will remain safe. You will have plenty of wealth there. There will be so much gold and so much diamond jewellery. However, you are not concerned about that at all. No one is going to loot you there. You will receive new mines of diamonds and gold. The diamonds will be lying there like stones. You are going to receive all of that. Just as palaces of brick are built, similarly you will continue to build palaces of gold. Even the wealthy subjects will build golden palaces. Those who are full donors will have them built with real gold. Baba continues to tell you everything. He doesn't tell you to starve to death. You have to look after your children, etc. It is a creator's duty to look after everyone and not make them unhappy. You mustn't starve anyone to death. Be merciful. People are so unhappy. You know that when there is to be a famine, so many will suffer. They will cry out in distress, and there will then be the cries of victory. All souls will receive happiness. The Father is the remover of sorrow and the bestower of happiness. There are two types of happiness. One is to reside in the land of peace, and the other is to reside in the land of happiness. There is everything, purity, peace and happiness in the land of happiness. The Father says, I come every cycle. My part is at the time when people are very unhappy. This is why my name is the remover of sorrow and the bestower of happiness, the bestower of peace to all, and the bestower of happiness to all. You know that, together with Baba, you donate peace to everyone. The more you stay in remembrance, the more donations you will continue to give others. Give them the knowledge for happiness. Therefore you children have to reveal your mother and father. The more you reveal them and show the path of happiness and peace to many, the more reward you will receive. Baba tells you so many things of the new world. He gives you visions of the old world and the new world. He will give you even more visions, but only to those who are real, strong children. The Lord is pleased with an honest heart. You will see a great deal, just as you were shown them in the beginning, so you will be shown them at the end. So many programs used to be given to you, and you were also given visions. You were decorated so beautifully. You were given crowns, etc. You will be shown them once again in different ways. It is said, happiness to the hunter and death to the prey. At the time of partition, it was death to the prey. You weren't concerned about anything. It was as though you had died alive. Baba says, children, make full effort. Make this effort. I am a soul. Continue to speak of spiritual things with one another. All worldly things, body-conscious things, have to end. Those who were amazed and then ran away will not see any of these things. You have seen the past, and you will also see new things. Make effort. The Father loves the sweetest children a great deal. Lovely children receive a lot of love. Those who do service will receive love and also a status. Don't forget, the incorporeal Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, is teaching us souls and making us into the heirs of heaven. You have to have divine virtues. Previously, everyone had devilish traits. Baba is now sitting personally in front of you. You have love for the one from whom you receive the inheritance, not for the agent. The agent is just in between. Your deal is made with that one. Therefore remember the Father. Continue to renounce body consciousness. Mine is only one Shiv Baba. No bodily being should be remembered. Baba has entered an old boot. I have taken it on loan. Baba would have spoken these words in the previous cycle. He is also saying them now. These things were explained to you on this day, and I am now explaining them to you again. Such good, broad and unlimited intellects are required. Lakshmi and Narayan became number one. They would definitely have created a good reward. This is the Godfatherly Salvation Army that gives the salvation of liberation and liberation in life to the whole world. Rama is the bestower of salvation for all. The whole world has to go into liberation. Acha. To the sweetest beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the Mother, the Father, Bap-Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children, and the spiritual children say Namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for Dana. 1. Together with the Father, donate peace to the whole world. Become a remover of sorrow and a bestower of happiness, the same as the Father. 2. Have full love for the one Father. Don't speak of body-conscious things amongst yourselves. Only speak of spiritual things. Blessing. May you be a courageous soul who makes Maya lose her courage with your thoughts of courage. The children who have one strength and one support have courageous thoughts of definitely having to be victorious. This is because when you children have courage, you definitely experience the Father's help. When you have courage, you become worthy of receiving help. When facing thoughts of courage, Maya loses her courage. Those who have weak thoughts and think, I don't know whether this will happen or not. I don't know whether I will be able to do this or not. Such thoughts invoke Maya. Therefore, constantly have the thoughts filled with zeal, enthusiasm and courage, and you will then be called a courageous soul. Slogan: to sit on the throne of humility and wear the crown of responsibility is greatness. Om Shanti.